The Oneida Square Project is on the couch with Gavin and Chris. Mike is here to talk about how they bring people together to better the neighborhood with things for the kids to do after school, creating jobs for people, making decorative trash cans, and other great community activities. This episode is sponsored by Mohawk Valley Living TV show and magazine. To find out how you could be a sponsor, message us on Facebook. Like our Facebook page and stay up to date with a new video every Tuesday. To watch the full interview, subscribe to our YouTube page, www.youtube.com/onthecouchwgc. Welcome back to this episode of On the Couch with Gavin and Chris.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we have Mike Ballman from Oneida Square Project.
Correct.
Right? So, Mike, tell us, I guess, a little bit of a history about Oneida Square Project. Where did it come from?
Right. Well, Oneida Square Project, we started in 2010, and it was kind of an outreach from the churches that are there at 500 Plant Street, Plymouth Bethesda Church and Cornerstone Community Church, and I pastor both churches. And we were just trying to figure out how to be good neighbors in the neighborhood and what the neighborhood really needed. And one of the things that we saw was that there's a lot of litter. And so we decided, hey, why don't we form a community group and talk to the community foundation and see if we could get some money for some trash cans to put just to address litter. And then Kathy March, who is an incredible artist, is one of our parishioners, and she's like, well, let's not just put trash cans out there, let's like really do it nice.
Right, and that's
so we did it, and we just did it as, you know, hey, this will be just a nice thing for the neighborhood. But at the same time, one of the other huge things that we saw, which was a need in the neighborhood, was job opportunity. So many people in our neighborhood have had either past incarceration or are recovering from addiction or some sort of thing that limits their ability to gain employment. Mm-hmm. And so we saw that as a huge need for people. Right. They really need a job. So then we were like, we want to do a social enterprise, but we never really, well, what are we going to do? We don't want to just, you know, we thought of things like making t-shirts, but everyone makes t-shirts, and we tried that. We totally sucked at it. We lost money every time, and we like made mistakes, and we're like, yeah. So, and we tried, you know, kind of the standard stuff, and we weren't any good at it. But then when this project came along with the trash cans, and Kathy's an amazing artist, and so people loved them. They went nuts for them when we did those first 6.
Right.
And then we're like, this is our social enterprise.
Yeah, you need someone like that to stand up and really head something.
Exactly.
Like that.
And so, because we really wanted to do, like, whatever enterprise we did, the main purpose was we just want to hire people. We want to employ people, and we want people that have really difficult barriers to employment to have a place where they can work, and something that's really not soul-sucking, but is, you know, creative and, right, you know, something that is good. So that's how it all came about. And so we originally hired 4 guys, and they were all in those categories. And and then Kathy taught them, and now they're doing a lot of the designing, and it's really great. And so then Russ to Green, who with Diane Shoemaker and Caroline Williams, they were in charge of the different neighborhood groups throughout the city, and each neighborhood group in the city had been given some money for like streetscape improvement, and so then it worked out great. And our first year we sold like 40 cans to the city.
How many are you up to now?
That's a lot. Yeah, like 40 to the city through all of those neighborhood groups, and then we've made like dozens of others for private companies, and then they're unique, and we'll do your logo, we'll do like anything. Cool. Like one Art and Vine, which is
I was gonna say I've seen those.
We did theirs, and so because they're, you know, like an art thing, we did on each side of 2. They did 2 cans, and on each side, so we have 8 sides of like famous paintings. So we did like the Scream, the Mona Lisa, Starry Night, the lady. I think wearing the pearl necklace and all those kind of things. So yeah, it was really cool.
That's great.
How long does it take to make each can?
Well, you know, the guys are getting quicker because it's, you know, it really is a learning curve. But I would say it's probably about 3 weeks to a month.
Oh wow!
Because
each can.
now they're fabricated metal that Metal Solutions in Utica. that we came up with a design. They make it, and then we assemble it, and then we add the concrete panels
to the outside.
Yeah, and then it's so really assembling them only takes about an hour, and then the rest of the time is really you have to do the design, and then you have to then you do the grout, and then you have to seal it, and then so it takes about 3 weeks.
So they're weatherproof. And
they are weatherproof.
Up
yeah.
To, years of wear and tear.
Yeah, and especially our new design is really durable, and so we've really been lucky to kind of perfect that.
Yeah, and they're all like customized to the area.
They are
different.
Right. So like downtown for Oneida Square, because of the flower festival, we did them all in a flower theme, and then for Bag Square, we did historic Bag Square. So we did like
pictures
of historic Bag Square, and like it looks kind of like railroad ties, but it's ceramic tile that looks like wood. And and things like that, and then their logo, actually their street logo, the logo that Michelle Truitt made,
right?
We did in mosaic around the bottom, so it's like a band. So that's really cool.
Yeah, those are great. I've seen I was actually in Oneida Square like last week, and I saw the flower ones, and they're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
awesome.
They do amazing work.
Yeah,
and then the third kind we did for downtown was ones with a lot of color, and then using like a wrought iron theme, because the refugee center just put up a really nice wrought iron black fence. I don't know if you saw that like at their Levitt concert series. You could really see that, and so we kind of tried to match that to that.
Right. Yeah.
And so you can see those two. So all those different combinations. So if you go down Genesee Street, you can see, you can see 4 different renditions of our can.
That's awesome.
As you go through the city, you see the different ones.
Yeah, so if you start in Oneida Square and go down to Bag Square, you can see 4 different ones.
Right.
Yeah.
What are other projects that I guess you guys are doing at like Cornerstone?
Well, another thing that we really wanted to do was, and that we saw a need for not-for-profits to work together, because we can't reinvent the wheel for everything, and there's a need. There's people that are doing a better job, and so if we could just provide space and share resources. So there are a lot of people that we work with that we can help them fulfill their mission, and they can help us. So we work with Hoops and Dreams, which is run by Patrick Johnson, and it's the basketball tournaments to curb gun violence in the city. And so we partner with him, and then he does youth mentoring every week at the church. And then he also does racial justice classes.
Right, and you were doing something with James Vaughn, right?
Yeah, James Vaughn, Incarcerated Flavors to prevent recidivism.
Right, I saw his TEDx talk. It was fantastic.
Yeah, James is amazing.
Yeah.
I call him Butta, because he's like Butta. That's what we call him. You ever see him say, "What up, Butta?" Yeah, he's so smooth. Yeah. So, James is great. And then we work with Freedom School, which Freedom School was a movement that was started around the civil rights to provide a more culturally correct, or not correct, but a more culturally relevant curriculum to kids, especially African American kids who were not getting proper curriculum and teaching in the school system, and to augment that, and then also provide history in a much more comprehensive way than just
So there is that a school inside of Cornerstone?
Well, and now what they do is Freedom School is really to more adults. It's more of just kind of a way of gaining a more diverse perspective on our our culture and things that are going on. And then also we have On Point for College meets in our building, and that's a great college access program. And then we have Underground Cafe, which is the after school program for Proctor High School, and it's really booming there in the afternoon with kids and everything.
A bunch of things happening in there.
And we have CareNet Crisis Pregnancy Center, and then also we have Cornell Cooperative Extension nutrition program for youth, and then Steve Darman and the Homeless Coalition meet there too.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of. We really want to bring in people that we can help each other, and we can share resources, share space, but yet we're each still autonomous. But and then that way we can really, I think, get a lot farther than just each of us trying to do everything on our own.
Right. So that pretty much, would you say, is the Oneida Square Project?
Yes, the Oneida Square Project is really trying to bring people and resources together to beautify and make a more equitable and just neighborhood. So that's what we're trying to do.
It's like you have like a non-for-profit incubator happening.
Exactly,
there,
like
all
people have called it that.
together.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it really helps bringing, sometimes there might be a not-for-profit that hasn't officially done their paperwork to become a not-for-profit, and then we can bring them under the umbrella, help them do that and become their own, and then while they're doing that, they can learn how to do it, and then we provide the resources for them administratively.
So what was the first one?
First one was James and Incarcerated Flavors, and then Patrick Johnson and Hoops and Dreams were about the same time. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So that worked out really well, and they're great guys. Do a lot for the community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So another thing we do is we have a recording studio in the church, and we do recording for anyone who wants to do music, but we also use it as a tool for young kids who want to learn the trade of recording or want to learn music, and it's a great opportunity.
That's awesome.
And it's called the Studio at Cornerstone, and it's really nice, and it's been there about a year now.
Really? Oh, that's awesome.
And it's really cool. So we're glad to have that too.
Is it open to the community or open to the church?
Anyone
people?
who wants to. It's a fully working recording studio, and anyone who wants to do that, and you can hire them as technicians, and they will record what you need: music, podcasts, whatever you want to do.
Is there any other programs that are popping up or happening soon?
We do the Black Friday sale, which is a sale that happens every Friday after Thanksgiving, and we set up our gymnasium at the church like a toy store, and we get most of our donations from Stuff the Bus. Been very generous to us, and we set up a store where parents can come and buy toys for their children at like greatly reduced prices, like 95% off. Mm-hmm. But just so that parents have the dignity of saying, you know what, I bought my children their own toys, for Christmas, and I was able to pick them out. And so then after they buy them, we wrap them up and we feed them a light breakfast, and and we have a great time.
Which is great, because then they get to pick out whatever they would want.
And we had over 200 kids that got presents last year. And this will be our 4th year, so every year it keeps growing.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, and it's been really fun.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Nice. Do people are you accepting donations?
Yeah, we always accept donations for toys, new toys, and we'll take them, and it'll be put to a good cause.
Great. So how's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
People can get in touch with us through our Facebook, Oneida Square Project on Facebook. Okay. Be a great way to get in touch with us.
The main way.
The main way. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike, for being on the couch.
Oh, it's great. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
it's been great.
Thanks for watching this episode of On the Couch with Gavin and Chris. To watch the full interview, check us out on YouTube, and be sure to like our Facebook page to stay up to date with a new video. We're coming out every single Tuesday. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.